Israel launches ground offensive in Gaza and opens additional exit route for 48 hours. We all know what has been going on with Israel and Hamas in Gaza. And Israel, they are determined to forge ahead with this war. And just like they always do, they've thrown out leaflets to people, get yourself prepared, get out of Gaza because they are coming. And that's the best thing. Get out of Gaza because Hamas turned Gaza to something else. People want to blame Israel, but October 7th, something happened. They call for it. It's happening. Just listen.
Children and their families are gathering, each piece of paper with a message from the Israeli army to evacuate.
Where should I go? I am not leaving. Where should I go? There is nowhere to go.
The evacuation message comes as Israel launches its long-expected ground offensive. Not far away, Ismail Abu Ajwa also picks up one of those leaflets as his family mourns the loss of his oldest son in a nearby airstrike.
Where is the safety? Where should we go? If we went south, we are dead. And if we stayed here, we are dead.
And while many are reluctant to follow the order to leave, on Wednesday, Israel announced that it would open an additional route for fleeing Palestinians over the next 48 hours.
I believe people just have to leave because if you fear for your life, if you see your life as very, very important, you just have to leave. That is the disadvantage of war. Things will really happen. Hunger will happen, killing and all sorts of things. And it's so sad, but that's what we find, where we find ourselves in the world of politics. It's people that die. The funniest part is that all these politicians will die. If you look at all strife, war, problems around the world, they are 98%. Don't let me say 100%. Let me even say 99.9% caused by the politicians. Just because of what? Just because of power.
Along this coastal road in central Gaza, many are making that journey to other areas of the enclave. While the Gaza Media Office estimates that 190,000 people have headed south and 350,000 people have moved to central and western areas of the city. While in Israel, protests were underway on the streets of Jerusalem as demonstrators demanded the release of hostages and an end to the war.
We are demonstrating here in order to convince our crooked government to stop the war and release the hostages. Very simple.
See, everything boils down to all these politicians. It's so sad because if you have been in a war, you understand what I'm saying. It's very, very scary. It can be really, really scary. But what can we do? This war, I feel the hostages needs to be released and the people of Palestine join hands with Israel to build a better Palestine. But I know it's going to be difficult for them. Everybody is stuck in their own corner. And Israel as a superpower won't accept that. And for the people, if they want peace, many of them have never known peace all their life. Many of them have never known peace. And see, protests are also in Israel. The funniest part is that the opposition in Israel are protesting. People in government, they have their own kind of protest. That's how politics works. Once you see all these things on TV, it doesn't mean that that's what the majority wants. It's just the opposition party protesting. So sad. So sad. That's something I never want, even for my enemy.
And also to release our country from a crooked regime that is destroying the country.
Their calls come at the same time that the EU Commission proposed sanctions against Israel over the Gaza war, which included suspending free trade arrangements on Israeli goods.
The aim is not to punish Israel. The aim is to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza. All member states agree that the situation in Gaza is untenable.
Take a look at it also. EU coming into it and said the aim is not to punish Israel, but to make them do what they need to do. See, that's the problem. They are not all sitting down together to talk, but everybody's just talking from their own corner. And how do you expect the war to end? It will never end. It can't. That's the problem.
War needs to end, the suffering must stop, and all hostages must be released.
The foreign policy chief also proposing a package of sanctions on 2 Israeli ministers, as well as violent settlers and Hamas members. So far, the EU has failed to agree on a unified course of action when it comes to pressuring Israel to end its bombardment on Gaza. And the sanctions announced do not currently have enough support among its 27 member countries to pass. For City News, I'm Alessandra.